He's a comedic friend of mine, great comic. Love to hear him talk. Please give it up for Selwyn.
Y'all wanted to shake your ass, didn't y'all? As soon as did y'all know y'all was dancing with retarded niggas? Yeah, yin yang twins. One nigga had a little hand. And the other one, he was special. He was just walking 3, 6, 9. Okay, I said, I know, I was politically incorrect right there. I don't get a damn. I'm handicapped myself, shit. Special nigga. Hey, y'all clap it up for Foggy for real, man. Came in and saved the day and shit. I know y'all like, get this. Hey. Somebody in here. Who this? Who the hell? I already know. All the people get irritated. They're like, all right now. Hey. I ain't spend my money on this for nothing. You ain't pay shit. I ain't pay for you. Shut your asses up. Yeah, this is a free goddamn show. That's what the hell this shit is. Hey man, my name is Selwyn Fisher, man. I'm an Air Force veteran. Yes, I chose the smarter side of life. You know, some of y'all be hating. Like, God, y'all Air Force weak as hell. Hold on. You ain't seen the muscles. Say, look, I put in the work. You know what I mean? I said, people join the army. I was like, them, that's, you know what it stands for, right? Ain't ready to be a Marine yet. Yeah, that's right. My mother tried to get me to join the Marine Corps. She did. When I was younger, she said, Selwyn, she said, you need to join the Marine Corps because your ass ain't doing shit in the house. All you do is eat, sleep, and shit. I said, I do a little bit more than that. I used to run the streets. I did. I was a hoe. She used to tell me. She said, you're a street hoe. I said, God damn. So I went down to the Marine Corps recruiter. I did. I walked in there, and as soon as I seen him, he was about 5'4", 130 pounds. I said, sir, I'm thinking about joining the Marine Corps. He said, yeah, you need to. I said, because if you don't join the Marine Corps, you ain't going to be shit in life. I said, God damn, I don't think that's the way you talk to people. He said, besides that, you don't look like you can handle the tip or the spear. I said, first off, pause. That's gay. I'm not handling nobody's tip or spear, okay? And I'm like, hey, I thought y'all said don't ask, don't tell. Brother, it sounds like you telling to me. I said, this might be the wrong branch for me. This shit sound like a broken branch. Y'all know what I mean? Y'all know they was like, when you do like this, he like, oh, these black people like, tambourine player. I said, my mama used to be like, he got a little sugar in his tongue. I said, where is it at? It's sweet. Yeah. So I decided not to go to the Marine Corps. I was getting ready to join the Navy, went down the hall, I did. Went down to the recruiter, because you know they like side by side, I know y'all know. Went down to the recruiter, went to the door. I had to rethink that real quick. I was like, I said, see, I don't know if I should join the Navy because, you know, they called him a certain name. They called him seaman. And I was like, my last name is Fisher. And those two things don't go together. I will not be here. The seaman Fisher report for duty. I will not. Hey. And it was crazy because the dude behind me, his last name was Sample. I was like, yeah, no. Said he, no. And then I heard him say something crazy. Nut the butt. I said, ain't nobody putting nobody's nuts on my butt. So that's wrong. I was like, and then they called them from behind because that's where they put their name tag in, right on their ass. And I'm like, every time you're like, hey, Fisher! I'm like, oh, you me? You talking to me? Yeah. Did you see when Slim did the little profile? She said, I ain't got no ass. I said, you damn sure don't. God damn. So I feel that motherfucker. Like, what's going on? ah. ah. Nah, man, the military was good to me, man. I did 12 years. I joined as an E1. 12 years later, I left as an E1. I said, what the fuck? They like, man, get your ass out of here. That shit was crazy. I did 3 deployments, man. And they used to, during deployments, it was all fun and games. Like, y'all had a different, like, I mean, some of y'all did. So you like, we would go down there, and the old people, they always used to tell me about the old days. They're like, hey, if you would have came in back in the 80s, dog, you'd have went down to Clark Air Force Base. Yeah. I'm like, what the hell is that supposed to mean? Yeah. They do some old creepy shit. You like, yeah. Boy, look, you know when you got a nasty memory from an old dude. I had a supervisor, his name was Sergeant Slaughter. He was like this. Yeah, I was an ugly motherfucker. But I had a big dick. I was like, sir, I do not need to know that information. Yeah, what the hell's wrong with you? Excuse my head, I just took off my wig, ladies. Y'all could be like fan chasers, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and free yourself. I know some of y'all got some wigs on. It's okay. Yeah, nah, I paid for that wig. Just like y'all paid for y'all. So. Now, the military was good to me though. Like I did 3 deployments out there, and every time I came back, I ended up having a baby. And they was like, somebody was like, how many kids you got? I said, I got 5. They say, you damn sure I'm just like the military. I said, what you mean by that? They was like, you don't know how to pull out. I said, hey, watch yourself. I was like, you got that wrong, brother. I was like, it's not that I don't know how to pull out. I know how to put in, okay? But see, I don't shoot at live targets no more. I need to make sure they got some dead eggs out here, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's how I go down to the gun range. I don't play. Nah, but when I was downrange, they used to have this thing called General Order Number 1. And that means there was no drinking and no having sex. And I was like, sounds like it's gonna be a lot of beatings out here. Some of y'all don't get it. It's okay. Hey, it's okay, because it helped me with my disability when I came home. And I went down to the VA. The doctor said, what's wrong with you? And you know, like, people try to give you tips before you get your, they're like, hey, when you go down to the VA, hey, tell them your back hurt, your feet hurt, you gonna come in there and practice now. So they're like, I said, okay, now. You be doing it in the parking lot too. You like, You don't know where the cane come from. You just find that shit. It be outside in the parking lot waiting for you. Like it's part of the package. You get in there. You're like, man, I can't do. Like, can you stand up straight? You like, that's it. They're like, we need you to stand erect. This is erect. They're like, okay, we're gonna need to get you some Viagra then. They're like, hey. Ain't nothing wrong with my meat, okay? My yang is working just fine. They're like, sure it is. Put it in my hand. Hey, hold on now. I thought y'all said don't ask, don't tell. I'ma tell. You touch my package. Nah, but the VA was cool. I went down there and I talked to the doctor, and the doctor was looking at me. And I said, Doc, he said, what's wrong with you? I said, my wrist hurt, Doc. I said, something wrong with it. He said, let me see. He said, I know what the problem is. I said, what is it? He said, you got carpal tunnel. I said, well, how I get that? He said, it looked like you exacerbated it. First off, I'm right-handed, so how the hell you know? I said, exacerbated? He said, yeah. I said, oh. He said, yeah, I did not masturbate, you asshole. I said, oh, well, I did that too. Man, I was beating that thing hard. I was like, hey, it was dry out there. I was out there, I was like, I learned to spit in my hand a lot. Okay, that's too far, I'm sorry. I tell you that too, that's my business. Y'all mind it. That's what they're, oh, when you get older, you like, hey, mind your business. You don't need it. Hey, you being yours, I need my mind. Okay. No, I don't like, I'm at the age where, like, I'm in between. Like, I got that look, I look young, but then I look old until I get to a young club. And I be walking in there, I'm like, hey, how you doing, young girl? What's your name? She be like, who daddy is this? The hell? Coming up here trying to holler. I'm just trying to introduce myself. What's your name? Cash App. Cash App. Like, this helpful. Get the hell on. I tried to go into a white club. I was like, I walk up to a white girl. I say, hey, how you doing there? I was like, what's your name? She said, Venmo. I said, shit, I didn't know there was a difference. I was like, these hoes is cheap. Crazy, man. I was like, no, I don't like to talk to younger girls though, because they be asking for shit, you know? They get to you like, it's like, hey, can you give me some money? I'm like, nigga, hold on. I'm like, oh, you thought I was a sugar daddy. I said, I got a little money. I said, I'm more like sweet and low, okay? I'll be sweet to you, then I get low. You know what I'm saying? I was talking to this one girl, man, and she used to tell me, she said, Selma, she's like, you know, I got that wet wet. I was like, she was listening to that goddamn Cardi B song on that WAP. Yeah, I know, like, it's them hoes in this house, it's them hoes. I'm like, hell yeah, hoes in this house, it's some hoes. She's like, yeah, she's like, you know, I got that wet wet. I said, for real? She said, yeah, I call it that Aquafina. Man, I went to go down on this girl. I came right back up. I said, I thought you said it was that Aquafina. She said, it is. I said, it smells like that Anacostia. I said, y'all know that river. It's right next to the Potomac. Niggas be dying in the Potomac. You know, I said, hell, it gave me PTSD. I said, I can't do it. I can't do it. I don't like girls with stockings because they always be putting on Bath and Body Works. Then you find out that they Bath and Body don't work. Yeah. Like, the hell, they're like, what's that smell? And you're like, oh, you do a little different smell. You're like, smell that. She be like, see why you want me to do it then. I said, that smell like chicken of the sea. Okay, for the slow people, tuna. She got that tuna fish. Tuna fish. She was like, I don't eat that no more. I like PB&J. Nah, man, it's crazy. That's why I like to talk to older women. Older women, they talk to you differently though, especially like, I can't say I'm talking to a cougar because a cougar my age, I'm 46. They're like, they be grandma. Okay, I'm like. Her name be Earlene. She be like, hey, baby, why don't you come on over? I was like, what? She was like, yeah, I got it ready for you, hot and ready. I need you to come over here and tend to this garden. That's how they talk to you. I want you to plow this field, okay? I want you to get up in here. Then you get up in there, you try to do something freaky. You like, my leg don't go like that. You know I got the arthritis. Arthur be talking to me on the daily. I said, that why you smell like Bengay? Like, shit, my nose burning. She said, oh yeah, I put a little bit on the left side too. Damn, you gotta come in on both sides. Shit. Yeah, but Earlene, she got that good stuff. I call it that crock pot coochie. Yeah, because it be simmering all day. You talk to her, dude, like, hey, when I get back, she be like, I'm gonna have it ready. It gonna be ready for you. I be at work early and call me. Hey baby, what you doing? I told you I'm at work. I was like, what you doing? She was like, I went down to the grocery store. I picked me up a little something. Then I went down and played bingo. I'm like, God damn. Some old ass pussy. I'm like, but Earlene say something real slick to you though. He was like, yeah. She like, I said, what time you getting off? She said, when you get me off. God dang it. All right, let me go on, hurry up, get back down here. Get up in there, like, you get up in that crock pot coochie, boy, it be so good. It fall off the bone, goddamn. I said, hey, that shit so good, it be tenderism. Y'all feel that shit, it's tenderism. Yeah. Can't mess around with too many people, though. Y'all use condoms? See that, I already know y'all. Ain't nobody like, I'm past that age. And look, I heard Jim, you already talking about who got the most STDs. I'm like, yeah, that's crazy. Nah, man, they have it on TV. They can make it look like STDs look fun now. Y'all see these commercials? Prep HIV and shit. I'm like, prep. They be walking around, skipping and shit. They go to the bar and they drinking up and shit. I said, damn, what kind of HIV they got? Almost made me want it. I said, shit. I started thinking about Magic Johnson. I said, this nigga been here for a long time. I said, he had that shit in the early 90s. How he still here? And how he gaining weight? Everybody else look like this. They thought they in the grave, man. Like, I said, I know what kind of HIV he got. He got different kind of AIDS. There wasn't no regular AIDS. In the military, you got general AIDS. I said, but Magic Johnson, he had financial AIDS. This nigga got rich as shit. I said, shit. I need to get that kind of AIDS. I don't be advocating for STDs, but I was like, yeah, it's okay. Yeah, you gotta be careful out there. Like, you mess around and like women will tell you, like, ladies, let me ask you, hold on first. I'm like, does size matter? It sounds like a consistent. Some of y'all got quiet. You like, there must be a small dick beside you. What's going on? He like, I can't even say nothing. Shit. Oh, little dick over here. I ain't saying that, brother. No. He's like, my shit big, bro. I went down to the Dominican Republic. I got a DDL. Shit, my shit so big, I can hit it from the next room. Goddamn. That's what we all want. We all want that big one. You know, I'm like, women, what's a good size for y'all, though? 12? Goddamn, somebody need a shoehorn in their pussy. What the fuck? They're like, shit, somebody moving furniture in there. Just trying to move that shit. Yeah, let me rearrange some space in this bitch. Hey, hello. Woo. Hello. My mama used to call that the holler. That's like the mountains for some of y'all. They ain't country. That's cool. Nah, man, it's been some time, man. I love doing comedy. I've been doing this shit for 8 years, man. That's good. I just thank you. And some people be trying to give you advice. I'm like, hey, you know what you should say on that next joke? Yeah, I think you say this right here. They will always be trying to be funny and shit. They're like, do you do any voices? I'm like, yeah, sometimes I do. Like, for this week, I got this skit about Martin Luther King I've been working. Can I do my impression? Okay, yeah. So I just imagine if Martin Luther King was still alive, I was like, well, how would things be for him? Especially seeing what Trump's doing right now, trying to get rid of the civil rights movement. He's like, yeah, we just gonna get rid of that legislation. We don't want to do that. Martin be driving down the highway. He be coming from down south, coming up. He be in Fredericksburg. Police will jump out the car. Gotta work one night. Say it, boy. You know why I pulled you over? I'd imagine because I was on the road to freedom. I was driving on the Emancipation Highway, also known as Route 1. I was trying to go a little bit further up to Jeff Davidson Highway. And if you go a little bit further north, they call that Richmond Highway. That's where all the niggas be at. I done heard enough out of you, boy. Get your ass out the car. You're under arrest. God damn it. Martin be in jail. Y'all don't know Martin hard. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. They be trying to try him. Coretta come in. Somebody call Coretta. Coretta come up to the station. She's like, Martin, I'm here. I got you, baby. I got you, baby. And he was like, God, thank God. I was praying on this. I'm free at last. I'm free at last. Thank God Almighty, because I was about to kick this nigga ass. He was trying me, little young nigga. Yeah, what y'all call them, YNs? Yeah. The nigga trying to touch my booty. I can see that Marky, man. Y'all thinking he was probably a nice dude. He dressed up in suits. Niggas in suits don't be nice. They pockets too tight. Kind of like mine. You can see everything. Shit. You get old and grumpy. Like I said, I got a couple kids, man. I got this one special boy. He left-handed. Yeah, I thought he was different. I did. I mean, he was left-handed and he used to lick windows. I mean, yeah. He ride the bus. I mean, it's the long one, but you got big windows. Okay, he's a little different. Real smart though. Like he take AP biology, AP chemistry, and AP geometry, but he failed in gym. The hell wrong with you, boy? I said, what, you can't dress out? He said, you know, I don't know what the hell this shit is. Yeah, I said, oh, okay. Since you so smart, I got a question for you. I said, baby, what's the difference between an atom and a hormone? He said, Daddy, I don't know. I said, you can't hear an atom, son. He said, Daddy, you can't hear a hormone either. You can't at midnight with them legs up. Yeah, wait till you get older, son. Wait till you get older. You know, I love doing that stuff, but I mess with them because, like, my that's how we was done when we was younger. Like, my aunts would come up to me and be like, so I heard you was going to the beach this weekend. I was like, yeah, I'm going to the beach. They'd be like, you got your wetsuit? No, I got my swimming trunks. They're like, You got your Jimmy hats? I'm like, what the hell is that? Jimmy had plenty of them. He was like, that's my name. I'm putting it out. Jimmy Hackman. I was like, yeah. But when I got old enough, I couldn't wait to go to the strip club. I did. And the strip club was like the one of the pinnacle things as a man. You're like, you know you made it as a man to make it to the strip clubs. And every man say the same lie. You're like, I only go here for the wings. Yeah. And sometimes the breasts. I was like, I went in a strip club with some money in my pocket. I ain't had much because, like, when I was younger, I used to carry lollipops in my pocket, and I put them out. They like, I want one. I was like, I ain't had one. I pulled out my money. I said, oh shit, this little dollar, it had some jizz on it. But I threw it up there. The stripper, she was on the call working. She was working jump. She said, ew. She said, sir, I can't take this. I said, why not? She said, because I got to report it to the government. I said, why you got to report it to the government? This is gross income, sir. Hey, man, my name is Selma Fisher. That's my time. I'm going to call up the next comedian, too, for you. I hope y'all enjoyed my set. Oh, shit.